Well, viewers, finally promoted. Let's have a look at the season that was, and then we'll get into the start of the new season in the new division, whichever division that is, because I don't know yet. Let's go. G'day viewers, welcome to Pennies to Pounds, Season 7, Episode 1. My name's Wales, but most people call me Wally. Today we've got the transfer special and the season review from last season and the first game of the new season. So if you're new to the series, this is a really good time to start. So you'll get a good idea where we are, what our struggles have been, and what the team's about. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into the season review. Right, new arrivals. We did sign a few in the end. Jack Nuttall being or Jordan Nuttall rather, being the one that was the big signing for me. He copped a lot of crap in the press and from the fans group on the Twitter bits and in the in-betweeny bits that you guys didn't see. But a 6.91, he did what I needed him to do. He was that extra little bit of speed there in the back four that we needed and covered those over the top through balls quite nicely. The rest of them are bits and pieces guy. I mean, Rogers, I picked him up because of the name. Pryor, likewise, because of the name. Presnell, though, he might be something. He's a bit slow. All right, he's very slow. But he's got 13 finishing. So I'm hoping he's only 19. I'm hoping he grows a bit more. I'm hoping I can teach him to jump a bit. And, yeah, he might fit a target man role for us in the future, but he's there. Jack Palmer, we saw play a couple of matches. He's just cover for all those positions, really. And likewise, Steve Cox, although he does tend to rate better than Jack Rafferty did at right back, but I think we're looking at Rafferty's position as one we're going to replace in the new season. Well, we finished top. The board expected us to avoid a relegation battle. We were 250 to 1 to win that. So if you thought, yeah, what, I'm going to have 100 quid on us, you'd be a happy man. You'd be a very happy man. As you can see, we ran away with it in the end. We kind of muffed it. I don't think we got Greatorex his record for clean sheets. And I wanted to get 100 points. That was the thing. But we lost the second last game, unfortunately, guys. I wasn't very happy with it. Moments to remember. Now, all these were good matches. There was one particular good match that I said I will have released a short for. I might have released a short. I don't know. It's coming, or you've seen it, one of the two. I haven't done it as yet. It depends if future Wally gets his shit together and puts it out before this one. Future Wally. Think about that. Anyway, there was too many good games to remember this year. The win against Saracens was particularly good, though. I remember that one. That was I bought you on Harnwell with his 3-goal hat trick there. That's the one I bought you last episode or the episode before. So everything remains the same here. No new sponsorship deals. Same amount of shirts sold. Same amount of everything. Pretty boring there. How we lined up? Well, they've got it right this year. Harnwell and Wood up front. Hancock and Cummings on the wings. Horn and Twig and Berries in the centre of the park. And back four of Johnson, Nuttall, Dong and Rafferty. Greatorex and goal. There was some rotation at the start of the season, as you guys know. But that ended up being the best lineup and the best tactic. And it is, without a doubt, the best team that we've put together for this save. Dave Wood gets flayers. Dave Wood gets players, fans player of the season, young player of the season, goal of the season, top goal scorer. Twig and Berries with 30 assists. He took some lead records there. I think most player of the match awards, Ryan Harnwell, Dave Wood, and Ryan Horn with our most passes completed per 90 minutes. So Ryan Horn and Nuttall, both the two new additions to the team over the last 2 years, are the ones doing what they say on the tin when I bought them, but Nuttall settled in straight away. It just took Horn a season. Right, records breakers. Most league goals by player in the season, 39 for Dave Wood. Most goals by a player in a match, 5 for Ryan Harnwell. That was an amazing game. Most goals by a player in a league match, Ryan Harnwell. Most assists by a player in a season, Twig and Berries romps that in with 30 there. Jake Greatorex has now made 235 appearances for the Church, and total goals remains Ryan Harnwell at 139. Wood caught him a little bit this season, but not by much. We've lifted the English Hellenic League Premier Division Cup finally, and we are promoted. It'll be interesting to see where we end up. It was a superb season for Penistone, apparently, and we exceeded all expectations for the campaign and deserve the title. I think that couldn't be any better. So we'll look at the best 11 here. That is fast becoming our current squad. So who's been added there? Matt Hancock was the pick of the players this year. Added in, and Dong and Jack Rafferty have both made it as well. So it is now Greatorex in goal, back four of Johnson, F. Steele, Dickie Diamond, and Rafferty, Twiggenberries and Priest in the centre of the park. Horn doesn't dislodge Priest as a starter. Rigby and Hancock on the wings, and Ryan Harmel and Dave Wood up front. No real surprises there, I think. The bench is Kane Swinburne, Dong, Horn, Law, Nick Guest, Sam Scrivens, and Samuel Hardy. So the stuff that the board wants from me, just the usual, his usual, play attacking football, play direct football, but oi, can you counter attack as well? Yes, Paul, we'll do that for you, mate. Sell the club. There was this tycoon guy who couldn't agree terms. You couldn't agree terms with. You should have bitten his arm off, mate. What a moron. Oh, and by the way, relay the picture, Bell End. So we're going to fight bravely against relegation. I think that's realistic. And he's still looking to sell the club, as we see. The wage budget is 1.7k. Still no transfer budget, so I'll have to wave my magic wand as usual and see if I can gather a bunch of dicks to come and trial with us. Anyway, I'll see you after the trials and for the start of the next season. Right, so we're going to run you through a couple of the awards and records that we've set for the league. Now it's wound up, so record high for Penistone Church. A bit buggy because of the database. Obviously, it's not our first season in the Hellenic Premier. It lists the other two there. What are you doing? Amber Harris. I don't know what she's doing, my press secretary. So Wood breaks the goal scoring record, 39. Like I said, I wanted that to be 40, but he didn't quite get there. Twiggenberries, as we thought, now is the new assist holder for a season in the English Hellenic Premier. Who's this Huffer? I don't know, Huffer. He's beaten Greatorex for clean sheets. So, and there's a whole heap of youth people that we've signed. I'm going to put some names up on the Discord. So, people, and perhaps their abilities. So, you know who you want to rename. The other thought is I don't do the renames till the guys actually make a debut in the team, which I think might be the way to go. That way, if you name someone, he's more likely to take part. Like there's Sean Ball, who played 4 games for us and I'm probably getting rid of and things like that. Check out the Discord. The details will be there. Right, after a long and very sneezy evening, we've signed a few players. The first guy that we got was Ewan Banger. What a banger he is. 12 finishing, 10 pace. Good acceleration. They reckon he's as good, if not better, than Ryan Harnwell. I think I agree. His technique's good. His off the ball is good. His anticipation is all good. This is all just because he's settling in. Don't pay too much attention to that. And he scored 2 from 4 starts in the preseason. So I'm pretty happy with Ewan Banger. I think he'll be a banger for us. And he's going to be a source of all sorts of puns. We've also brought in Keaton Wood. Now, he's a little aging, and I know he's a little slow. He's not 10. But he's to replace Dong, whose pace was 7. He's just a bit better marking and not quite as good in the air, but a bit better positioning wise, a bit better decision wise, and just I think a little bit better all round than Dong. But Dong gets the start for the moment though, because Wood's not match fit and hasn't developed a partnership. We brought in Charles Godbold. He's a backup for the left on any side there. Basically brought him in for his speed, acceleration, good bravery. Like his tackling's a bit shit though, so we're working on that now for him. And finally, as a backup defensive midfielder, Stephen Blackwood. A bit of a long throw, Hail Mary type signing, this guy. Don't expect much from him this season, but I had a lot of trouble even trying to sign guys from the old Hellenic division. They didn't want to come. They didn't think we could pay enough money. We're paying Banger $250 a match. Just pounds a match. Just remember, our whole budget for the first season was £100. So we have come from pennies to pounds in one respect, I guess. But I'll go through all the preliminaries now, and then I'll come back to you for the first match of the season in the new division. I'm excited. Rightio, guys, so here we are for our opening match in the Pitching In Isthmian League South Central Division. Wow, that is an even bigger mouthful than the old division, but we're going to have to deal with it. Isthmian South Central or something. Just South Central. I'm going to have to make it up as we go. But this is the lineup we're going in. Largely familiar, guys, as I said in the transfer update. So we have Greatorex, the Great T-Rex in goal. Johnson, Nuttall, Dong, and Priest as the back four. Horn and Ed Jobs is one change. I'm going to give Ed Jobs 4 or 5 games at the start of the season and see if he can prove to me that he's better than Twig and Berries. As you can see, he's quicker than Twig and Berries. He's a better dribbler than Twig and Berries. He's a slightly better finisher than Twig and Berries, but his passing is just as good. His technique's just as good, if not better. His vision's just as good, if not better. And he's got a lot more flair than Twig and Berries. So hopefully, he might be a bit of a difference in the midfield there with a bit of extra speed. I've gone with Chubb on the right with Hancock on the left as 2 inverted wingers. So things might get a bit crowded. Have I set up for overlaps? I'll have to check. No, I haven't set up for overlaps. Oh, that's right, because we're playing early crosses, but we will set up for overlaps as well. And Banger and Harnwell up front. Now, that was a tough decision. I did really want to play Dave Wood up front. He's probably, Dave Wood probably gets the start, actually. Up he goes, Dave Wood, in front of Harnwell. As much as Harnwell's the club icon and the club legend, oh, geez, I think Wood's better. Just because of his finishing. That's just me. I'm going to live to regret this, but no. Stick with your instinct. You're going to sign Harnwell, Neil. Don't talk yourself out of it. No, start with my instincts. We've gone with Harnwell. Rightio. Stop changing your mind. Don't worry about the lacking match fitness. Apparently, they're lacking tactical familiarity. There will be a few. As you can see, I've gone for a slightly more defensive 4-4-2 rather than the 4-2-4 to try and hold things up in the midfield here. So we're going to tell them we've got nothing to lose and just get out there. And let's see if we can stamp our authority on the new division in the first match. Rightio, what have we got here? We got Johnson throwing the ball in the Horn. Horn looking for Harnwell. Harnwell gathers it up nicely, finds Hancock, cuts it across the bang, and he can't bang it in. That is going to be all sorts of fun. I'm looking forward to you and Banger. And hopefully him producing some absolute banger goals. Horn now finds Ed Jobs. Chubb. So we might be a bit crowded on the side there. So I might play a winger on one side, but I just wanted to see how this went. Ed Jobs. On paper, this is my best team. Still Jobs. And that's the other reason Jobs is there. See if he can create some bits and pieces by pushing forward like that with the ball by himself. A bit better than Twig and Berries used to. You remember last season, Twig and Berries used to lose the ball fairly regularly doing that. We're going to throw out some encouragement here. I guess we're doing all right. We've had more of the ball than them. Do I need to be a bit more attacking in the second half? We will see. We do have attacking options on the bench. We've got Jimmy Russell. We've got Graham Johncock. Dominic Cummings is still injured, or on injury recovery, so he didn't make the team. Yeah, we've been the better team here. Just keep doing what we're doing. Come on, boys. Let's see if we can get that first goal in the new division and get this season off to a start here. Priest with the throw-in, finds Jobs. Jobs rounds his man to big, finds Chubb. Now Jobs again. It's his job to hit. Oh, it's a good ball from Horn. Harnwell was through, and Ryan Harnwell doesn't let me down for giving him a start. And that is our first goal in the Pitching In South Central. Jobs back to Horn here. And Horn, as he quite often does, to be fair, hits that long ball. And Harnwell's just right there, ready for it. And we go up against Molesey here. 1-0. Fantastic start, guys. This is what we want. Now, I don't think we are going to go more attacking. We're going to stay with the same formation, but we are going to make some subs and some mold differences. Mold differences? We're going to stay with the same formation and make some small changes. Rightio, who comes off? Hancock's not playing well, so that is a no-brainer for Jimmy Russell. We've actually set up the auto change for some of these boys, so that's good. And Dong. Ed Jobs. No, Twig and Berries comes on for Ed Jobs there, I think. We can't completely dump the man out. And I'm going to make one more sub. I am going to bring on Keaton Wood so we can get a look at him on his debut. I want them all to hit the ground running. I'm not going to single any of them out. Wood's composed. Let's see what we've got here with our new acquisition in the back four there. So he's 3.5 star on paper. Not that I always believe star ratings, but let's hope he can form a good partnership coming off the bench here with Nuttall. And push Dong out. Or he might even push Nuttall out the way Nuttall's playing today. They're going to give us another highlight. No, it's been a grind here, boys and girls, but it's a win. And that's our first win for the new season in the new division, promoted. Fantastic stuff here. We're going to go to the dressing room. That was really special, lads. What a great start to the season. Right. So when are we going to come back to you? We're probably going to get 4 or 5 games on the board, I think, and then come back to you. I want nothing to do with the Cups this season at all. If they'll finish how they will. Old rivals, Yorkshire Amateurs in here, by the way. I was hoping to play against Shortwood, but no. From season 1, Yorkshire Amateurs. There we go. Blast from the past. But we won our first game. Wood makes church debut. We'll do the press conference later. Let's have a look at the schedule. All right, so when are we coming back to you? I don't know how any of these teams are going to sort, so we'll make it 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so we'll come back for you for Wingate and Finchley and Hertford a little bit later on in the season. Well, that's the way to get a new season in a new division off to a good start. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We'll be back to you in a couple of days for the next episode and our adventures in the Isthmian South Central. My name's Waylands. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.